Hey guys, another edition of Off the Top Rope here on the Off the Mic Sports Network. So I was thinking about this. I did a video trying to, talk up. Hey, listen, it's not a perfect WrestleMania card, but by all means, this isn't the worst WrestleMania card of all time. But, and I've been on this for a while. If you want somebody to blame for why this WrestleMania card does not look as good as it could, look no further than TKO member of the board of directors, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Okay, listen, I saw a graphic that showed up on the internet um, with 4 matches of what the WrestleMania card could have and what we thought might look like, where it had Cody against Randy Orton for the WWE Championship, Cena versus Gunther, Seth versus Punk, and then Rock Roman. Instead, we get the card that we did, which is admittedly a nice audible and, a credit to Triple H to, at least try and get some of these matches really interesting. For God's sake, you've got Seth, Roman, and Punk in a triple threat with no stakes whatsoever as a main event for the first night of WrestleMania. But listen, okay, first of all, let's address, some of this, and I give credit to some of the internet people for making the graphic. Cena versus Gunther, to me, doesn't really move the needle. I love John Cena, but I think this heel Cena character, even with the few appearances, it's actually kind of hit, and it's given a different element and a different feel to WrestleMania season. It's a big time storyline. It got covered a lot in the media. Um, if Cena faced Gunther for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania, it would have gone like every other John Cena feud has gone in the last 20, 25 years. And it would have been, by the numbers. Maybe Gunther would have held on to the championship. Maybe Cena would have won it. Okay. But now we have heel John Cena for the first time in 20 years, and it's genuinely interesting. So if we were going to go the other direction and, Cody, but then at the same time, you get Cody and Randy Orton. And, it's easy to look at the whole situation with Randy Orton a little bit differently now because of obviously the unfortunate injury to Kevin Owens. But yeah, and then Seth and Punk was supposed to happen. They ended up doing a couple matches on free television, or I guess free television. It was on Netflix, but it was on Raw. So, but the big thing, and I think the big domino that kind of screwed a lot of this up was The Rock. I've said this on this channel, and I've said this on this segment on this show that I think The Rock has got way too much power in terms of influencing creative decisions within this company. And last year it worked to their benefit because they were able to call an audible when he tried to force his way in to the situation and do Rock Roman. And I know all you bloodline truthers and all you people who support the bloodline say that Cody Rhodes screwed that up. No, WWE was building a story for 2 years and it had a conclusion that they wanted to get to. And The Rock wanted to shoehorn his way into that because he had influence in terms of being a member of the TKO board. And the fans immediately blew the whistle on that. And Rock is trying to, do the PR, but that was a bad look for his image. And, credit to him for calling an audible, morphing into the final boss. It's a testament to him as a performer and as much charisma and the talent that he is. Like, I'm not dismissing that, but the ego of Rock has gotten to the point of holy mackerel. This is just like the WWE is not beholden to Dwayne Johnson. Let's just call it what it is. And the fact that we didn't get, and this would have been a really outstanding 4 set of matches. Like I said, Cena, Gunther, like I'm glad that we're getting heel Cena in this respect, but come on, man. Like this is just a huge misfire. And like I said, if you are looking for somebody to directly blame for an underwhelming WrestleMania 41 card, which I think it's fine, but it could have been better. It feels like a WrestleMania card. I completely blame The Rock. I have completely blamed The Rock for months. He came in very late with this sell your soul thing because that's all he could really do. We could have very easily gotten Rock Roman The build was there. Everything was seemingly laid out in front of us to the point of we had an obvious idea of how we could get to Rock Roman. Like Roman was, feuding with Solo Sikoa over the Ulafala. Rock randomly just returns and shows up at Bad Blood just to create a misdirection. It really just led to nothing. And it's just like, why why is this company so beholden to this guy? I get it. He is a massive, massive star and he has unlimited, untapped charisma and whatever. Like, we get it. He's maybe the greatest star in the world in terms of just entertainment, sports, whatever. But in terms of a creative say, this has been a mess the last 2 years. This has been a mess. And they were lucky that they lucked into one of the greatest two-night spectacles that we've seen between that main event on Saturday of WrestleMania 40 and then obviously Cody finishing his story on Sunday. Because think about if this were the previous regime and, they don't listen to the fans. We would have gotten Rock Roman in the worst possible manner ever. You guys remember back to WrestleMania 20 and what was Brock Lesnar and Goldberg? It would have been kind of like that type of atmosphere. So thank God that we at least had the creative say, and you have somebody who is willing to adapt in Triple H running things. And it's just like, at some point, everybody's got to just, because Brock has been, it's been so frustrating that we've been hearing stories about this, that how Rock and Roman could have happened at 38. It could have happened at 39. It was supposed to happen at 40, even though it didn't make any sense. And then here we are, everybody, the year that we didn't want it, we end up getting a better conclusion. And in the year that makes a lot of sense for it to happen, it doesn't happen. And it completely affected a lot of the other matches and the other particular parts of this show where some people are looking around saying, man, WrestleMania 41 feels kind of lackluster. It's like, guys, look no further than the big boss, the final boss. It's his fault, man. It's his fault. Also, where the fuck has he been in the last month and a half? He's probably going to show up and influence the match, which is fine, but it just goes to show you where, like his priorities lie. It only really benefits him. And fortunately, we were able to get into a conclusion last year that was much better than what was proposed. But here we are this year. Like I said, I listed you those 4 matches. Yeah, that probably would have looked better in the grand scheme of things. But here we are because of everything that got influenced. And you know what? Hey, Cody and Cena is a fine conclusion to WrestleMania 41. And hey, we get heel John Cena out of it. But like a lot of things were influenced by this. I really think, and I think the triple threat between CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins will be great as a night 1 main event. But we could have honestly had Rock Roman. And to me, the clock is ticking on if this match is ever going to happen. Is it going to happen at WrestleMania 42? It makes a lot of sense in New Orleans, but I don't know at this point, man. It's really disappointing given that, everything that we were told in the last couple of years, that here we are heading in, we're a week away from WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, and Rock's not wrestling. I don't get it. So like, listen, like if y'all want to be mad about anything in terms of the relation to this card, don't point your finger at Triple H. Don't point your finger at Triple H. Yeah, he's got some faults as a booker, but guys, this is all on The Rock. This guy has way too much creative say and held up plans for a while. The build has felt lackluster because of it, and you get a card to me that's fine, but it could be better. Just think about that. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. We're over 1,000 subscribers. Love doing this segment. We'll have a lot of great content leading into WrestleMania. We'll have live watch-alongs each night, debating on potentially doing an NXT one for Stand and Deliver. That might be too much because there's a lot going on that weekend. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.